All right. I think we good. We should be good now. We should be good. All right, bet. Now, why disappoint me? Please let me know. Why do we need to get ready for disappointment? I'm actually looking forward to this, man. Like this, I love next gen. I love it. I love it. The new games, how they look, everything. Like I love it. I can't wait to see. Cause honestly, let's be real. Let's be real. PlayStation, Xbox, Xbox been doing good. Speaking of Xbox, my God, was popping. But Xbox man, with their new system Series X, bro, they did good. They did good. Like even PlayStation people are like, man, like I'm thinking about getting this Xbox now. Like they did really good. They came out swinging. Everybody's happy with how that looks, but now it's like everybody waiting to see what PlayStation gonna do. And unfortunately, there's no new Nintendo, so therefore, which is cool. Bought a new controller key. I broke the other one. I thought you stopped playing it. I thought you stopped playing it. You went back to it. I can't wait to see how the new 2K21 look. I can't wait to see that one on new console. Oh my god. Oh yeah, give you something to do. I think out of this, I think I'm more concerned about the controller because they said they redid the controller, so I can't wait to see. I just hit up my homies, man. We like in a group chat, and we was talking. My one boy, like he at work when it start, he about to go somewhere and watch it. My other guy, he just woke up from work, and he's like about to get ready to watch it. Like I told him, man, I need for them to do pre-orders and everything. I know it's not gonna happen. I know it's a long shot, but I need pre-orders. Like seriously, I'm ready. Xbox all the way. I love Xbox controllers. A lot of people feel that way. A lot of people feel that way. I don't know, man. It's like growing up, I played on the PlayStation, but it's like now that I'm bigger, it's like I hold a controller, man, and people do complain about the controllers, like it's too small. So I hope they do beef up the controller just a little bit. Like the design could stay the way it is, but the controller just need to be beefed up just a little bit. Just a little bit. Like I don't have my PlayStation controller in here, but and I have small hands. See, man, I have big hands, so it's like when I grip it. That's one of the things. Like when I'm gripping it, it's like this almost. So if Xbox can get more new exclusives, they could win next gen. I feel like within the next year, it's going down. It's going down because they already say they bought X amount of of companies. So they had, I think they have like 14 or 15 studios just for exclusives. Like that's a big leap. That's a big jump right there. You went from like 3 to 4 studios to like 13 or 14 studios. That's a huge leap. A huge leap. Now they did go on record and say that you won't see Xbox Series X exclusives for like another year or two down the road. And reason being because everything they come out with here on out, you can play on the Xbox One and the Series X. So that's a big plus too. But yeah, Xbox, they about to do some numbers this round. There's no doubt about it. No doubt about it in my mind. Xbox going to do great things. Cause see, here's the thing. I don't put my Xbox in my truck. Yeah, man, do we? Do it, fam. I know they were saying like PlayStation, let's be real. PlayStation, man, they outsold everything. Nintendo, everything. So now everybody is looking at them hoping they do something different, because you can't piggyback off of Xbox and what they have done. You know, you can't. I mean, you can, but you need to bring something else to the table, because no matter what, we already know people's going to buy the PlayStation. Xbox need to make a point, which they have done. But people gonna buy PlayStation. This PlayStation could be trash and people would still go out and buy it. No, I'm not. I'm not Xbox. I'm not scared at all, my guy. No need to panic just yet. Appreciate it. Thank you. Appreciate that, fam. But yeah, man, I feel like PlayStation, they need to come out with something different. I know they was talking about they redid the controllers. I know they was talking about there's like 2-3 features they cannot at the time mention. You know what I'm saying? And so it's like, we know they got some surprises, and I'm guessing we're gonna see some gameplay. I put money on it. Wolf, what's popping, my guy? How you been? I'm doing good, man. How you holding up with all this craziness going on? I put money on it. Like, we know we're gonna see gameplay. I put money, either it's gonna be a Horizon gameplay, a Assassin's Creed gameplay. Like, they need, if they come out with a strong title, that would be amazing. Could you imagine that Xbox have Halo, and then PS5 have where's my thing? PS5 have Horizon Zero Dawn 2. That will be mind blowing, dude. Like, that's, oh my goodness. PS5 better not have a fan that sound like a plane engine. Oh my goodness, yo. I was just talking about that. Like, I had picked up another PlayStation, and I remember talking to the dude at the store, and I'm like, man, like, do your PlayStation make a loud noise when you doing certain things? And he just bust out laughing like, man, I hate that. He like, when you playing certain games and the graphics get crazy, like, that fan pop on, it be something out just unreal. I hate that. Yes, they need to do something with the fan. I'm quite sure they have. I'm quite sure that's one of the complaints. Fix the fan. My guy said he need a rocket head. Go get one, man. Xbox better when it's coming out. Both consoles come out this year. Hopefully this year. Hopefully it's not getting pushed back. But as of now, it's still coming out this year. The family doing good, man. The family doing good. I'm holding up. Trying to get back on my streaming tip. I've been kind of coming strong here and there with the streaming, so I'm doing good, man. I'm glad you haven't forgot about me, man. I miss y'all. I miss kicking it with the YouTube family. What do you think about the rumor of Sony buying Metal Gear? Oh, Silent Hill. There's a big rumor about a Silent Hill coming out. I'm glad you brought that up. There's a huge rumor about Silent Hill. And I hope it's true. I hope it's true. Cause people been dying for it. So ever since, what's that game called? Oh, what is it called? I played it on the stream, that scary game. Double S was poppy. I played it on the stream, but ever since that game got canceled, people been wanting Silent Hill. Metal Gear, that will blow people out the gate if they come out with another Metal Gear. Castlevania, I could definitely see. Just because of the Netflix. Yeah, PT. Yep, PT. I played it on the stream. Yes. Ever since that, people been wanting a Silent Hill game. Ever since that. Dying Light 2, I don't think that's going to come out this year. They keep pushing it back. But they could take their time on that because that's one of the best zombie games out. But definitely Metal Gear and Silent Hill, those two off rip. If we get anything remotely next to Snake, it don't even have to be a Metal Gear. Anything just similar to it, people will lose their mind. Silent Hill, that will definitely be exclusive to PlayStation. 2K21 Dying Light, that's just a I mean, you know, that's all around console. That's coming out for the Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo. Dying Light 2, that's coming off Xbox, PlayStation, Nintendo as well. Exclusives is what's going to sell this. A Horizon Zero Dawn, a Metal Gear. That's a long shot, but Metal Gear, but definitely Silent Hill. If they come out with a Silent Hill or Horizon Zero Dawn at launch, when PlayStation when Xbox go to show their games during the E3 thing, then they're gonna have to come out with some big hitters. I think they will make a Metal Gear movie first because I thought there was talk about the Metal Gear. I know they're doing the whole I know they're doing the Nathan Drake. I don't know if it's gonna be called Uncharted, but probably will. Who knows? But I know they're doing that movie, having problems with that. Metal Gear, that would be amazing, but I haven't heard anything about a Metal Gear movie. I think they will come out with another Metal Gear eventually. That's just a strong name. Metal Gear is a strong name. Nothing but Halo and Gears. See, that's what I'm saying. Like PlayStation, even to that, Jay. See, even to that, man. See, here's my thing. That's why I'm like, Xbox is actually in a good position. Because if you think about it, they bought all these studios, but they have not yet revealed games. Think about that. Every game you mentioned on the PlayStation is a sequel, either a remake, reboot, or a part 2, part 3 or something. Horizon Zero Dawn 2, people gonna go nuts. You know what I'm saying? Silent Hill reboot, people gonna go nuts. People gonna flip if there's a Silent Hill reboot. And I'm one of them, because I love Silent Hill. Besides Halo, and they just threw the name out there, just Halo and that little clip they did. Oh, and Hellblade, like Xbox really has not showed any games. That's why Sony need to be worried about that particular part, because they bought up all these studios. Two of the studios they bought from up on the PlayStation though. So it's like, yo, that Hellblade trailer was lit, fam. Key, are you going to be live streaming, bro? I'll probably do more live. I thought about coming back to YouTube live streaming, just because, like I said, man, I miss kicking it with y'all. Yeah, I've been there since day one supporting me. Twitch straight, don't get me wrong, Twitch straight, but I feel like I could probably do now. Then I try Twitch. I feel like I come back to YouTube and do more damage, as far as, you know, live streaming and dropping videos, man. I miss y'all, man. I miss y'all. Victor, what's up? Hey, hi. I don't want to mess up your last name, but how you doing? You should stream tonight. Yeah, I was gonna stream tonight. I was gonna probably play some Call of Duty because I haven't tried the solo mode yet. Any underrated PlayStation games you wish will come back? I wish okay. I wish they come back out with some sort of Twisted Metal. I am a hardcore. I put it up on my Twitter page. I am a hardcore SOCOM fan. I love SOCOM. I am one of few people, not few people. I'm one of, a lot of people, but I'm one of the people that when I had a PlayStation 2, I went out and bought the adapter to plug in to get online. Like there was no Wi-Fi to connect to your PlayStation when I bought that adapter. You had to buy the adapter separately, hook it up to the back of the PlayStation 2, and hardwire that joint in. And I've been playing SOCOM and Sight to Filter. Isn't that the name of Sight to Filter? Those two games. Man. I don't think they're going to announce a SOCOM game. But if they ever come back out with a SOCOM game, I will. I hate to say, man, I would completely leave Xbox alone. just for a minute, because I love SOCOM. Twisted Metal, I could definitely see them in the future coming back out with a Twisted Metal. Silent Hill, we already talked about that. Metal Gear, we already talked about that. PlayStation 3 hit a game. What is it called? Okay, hear me out. It was a game where it's kind of like a battle royale, but you was in airplanes. Like you was flying around in airplanes, different type of airplanes. That was actually kind of dope. It was on the PlayStation 3 in the beginning stage. I can't think of the name of it, but that was dope. I wouldn't mind seeing something like that. There we go. Yes, that was fly. That was dope. Y'all got to give it, yes. Warhawk, that's it. I used to play the hell out of that game. I used to play the heck out of that game. But I don't think we'll see something like that. I think we're kind of away from that and everybody focus on the battle royale type game, but that was lit. I don't know, man. I don't know. Underrated PlayStation games I wish will come back. My guy Ra was popping, fam. Probably Magic, just because he's bigger. What's good with J Rod? I don't know if you remember, but my race for PS3. I don't remember that. Hold up. Let me see something. I don't remember that. This don't look familiar to me. A 2010? This don't look familiar. And it came out for the Vita? What? Really? That's interesting. This it, right? Yeah, no, this it, right? I might have to check that out. I don't know. When is it coming out? You talk about the PlayStation, they expecting the PlayStation. Hopefully, as of now, it still come out this year, holiday. So we looking at probably a November release for PlayStation and Xbox. My time's on lockdown at midnight. Yikes, it's April 7th. Yeah, man. I was reading, dude, in California, man, like they kids out of school for the rest of the year. Everything, man, it's crazy. Be safe out there, y'all. Man, I spent so much time on that demo alone. I don't remember that, dude. I just don't remember that game. Wow, I'm gonna have to check out videos on it. I might check out videos. T-Mac all day. I hate to say it, but T-Mac. Let me see. I hope it's in the 11th or before, because that's my birthday, November 11th. Yeah, I did see KD heavy. Man, it's getting crazy, dude. Here's my thing. Do y'all remember? I remember when the PlayStation 3 came out and the Xbox 360 came out. Was that like a week apart? Do y'all remember that? When both consoles came out, wasn't it like a week apart? I think it was like a week apart. I remember because here I'm in Michigan, right? The 360 I stood in Walmart outside for 14 hours to get that game, to get the Xbox 360. I was number 3 in line. I stood outside all day, all night until the midnight release. PlayStation drop. I actually ended up going to Ohio and getting the PlayStation. Like, dude, I remember that, dude. I remember that. I got it, then I got rid of it. Then that's when I ended up meeting my wife, and I was talking about how I wish I had it again, and she surprised me on that Christmas and rebought it for me. But I always played my 360 because PlayStation 3 had some rough times. Just wanted to be real. PlayStation 3 had some rough times. Is it legal for kids under 18 to go outside without permission here in Orange County? Yo, that's nuts, man. It's getting real out here, dude. Y'all just need to be safe, man. Y'all just be safe. Be back in 15, get a shower. Go do your thing, fam. Make sure I put on deodorant. But yes, I think I have gotten every console day one they released. When the PlayStation 2 came out, what grade was I in? I remember when the PlayStation 1 came out. My brother bought that for me. Changed my life. Playing Tekken 1, Metal Gear. What y'all know about that Final Fantasy 4 disc? Wasn't that like 3 or 4 disc? I think it was 4 disc, right? What y'all know about that Final Fantasy? Taking out the disc and putting in a new one. What y'all know about that? 7. Final Fantasy 7. That, I think it had like 3 discs, didn't he? 3 or 4. What y'all know about that? Y'all don't know about that. Running around with Tekken, doing combos with King. Yeah, I know. It took 8 to come out. It took 8 a minute to come out though. But yes. I used to run, man. I used to play Metal Gear. Goodness, so much on that game. Metal Gear, Twisted Metal, and Tekken. I used to love playing on the PlayStation. Seriously. All right, you guys. So we got like 16 minutes to go. Talk to me. What are you guys looking forward to with this PlayStation events? Besides the way the console look, the new features of the controller, what games you guys are hoping, or what feature you guys are hoping to see? We know they're not going to talk about price. We might see a game or two because they got to do something with Halo. So I'm guessing a Horizon Zero Dawn. I'm guessing either they're going to show that Like, what are you guys looking forward to? Welcome back, fam. Dark Light, how you doing? Like, what games are you guys looking forward to? Like, what would be that one game that will wow you? Like, I have not yet played Horizon Zero Dawn. I do have it. I have a bad habit of bad games and not playing them, but I will get around to playing it. I'll probably drop videos before the new one come out, if there's a new one. Well, there is a new one. It's already been leaked in. The lady that's part of it, she already said they're making a new one. It's just all about when it's coming out. I hope a new COD. Activision actually went. Oh my God, Gamey, what's good? How's life treating you? How you doing? Activision actually went on record and they said that they already started making a new Call of Duty for the Xbox Series X and the PlayStation 5, but it's strange because they said they don't expect a lot of people to buy it. They don't expect a lot of people to buy it. This is what Call of Duty is saying. Hold on. Hold up. Let me see something. Hold up, you guys. I'm trying to see. It's not coming up. Sorry about that. I was trying to see what was you guys saying. I didn't want to try and mess it up or anything. Of course, Google Translate won't let me do nothing. New Battlefield. I'm hoping for a Battlefield. I'm hoping for a Battlefield. I kind of want a brand new, flat out brand new Battlefield. Just flat out new. Something we haven't seen. That would be dope. Skate 4, please. Yikes. Skate 4. Yeesh. That's a stretch, but that would actually do numbers. That would definitely do numbers. I've been watching streams stuff. How far you can't remember when you ain't. Proud of you, man. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, man. I feel like my health have held me back from streaming. I feel like I should have been somewhere farther, but you know, it happens. But I'm glad you're still around. Most likely because the new console will require a minimum of 4K TVs. Now, I do think eventually you would need, probably a year out, you would definitely need a 4K TV to benefit from the new Xbox and PlayStation. I think today, like if Xbox and PlayStation drop in November, I think you're fine if you have a 1080p. A year out, I would think you would need a 4K minimum to actually benefit off these games. But 4K have came a long way, so a lot of people have 4K TVs. I mean, heck, I got my big 4K TV right here. Honestly, I'm thinking about ordering a 4K monitor. Like, depending on how this PlayStation event go, I'll probably order one today. Like, yeah, like eventually people will replace their 1080p TVs with 4K. Skate, appreciate you, Xbox. I'm the GOAT. Appreciate you. I see you said something about a Die Hard game. So that's what you're saying? That would actually be dope. A Die Hard game. Wow. I never thought about that. Who would make that? Who would actually come out and make a Die Hard game? Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Like, what company could make that? I could see a Die Hard game being published by like the same people that made like a Tomb Raider or something. That would actually be dope. Wow, you just opened my eyes to something new. I like that. Also, when is your next stream? I should be playing Warzone. Yeah, man, get on Warzone. Well, you know, I stream. I'll be on the Twitch, so. But I said I'll probably end up doing both again or just come back to YouTube because I have like a huge support crowd here on YouTube, man. 4K TVs are cheap. 4K TVs are very cheap. You get a 4K TV for like 250 bucks. And that's like a 45 inch. Yes, that Die Hard would be amazing. Read somewhere that the best tech that came out in the last 20 years, pretty big hype. Yeah, man. I love my 4K TV. I have a Sony 4K TV. I love it. Yes, 4K TVs have gotten very cheap because I thought about with my gaming setup. I thought about having my dual monitors and like a 40 inch up on my wall above it. And I was pricing them, and yeah, man, they're like 200, 250 for like a 43 inch. 250 bucks. It's amazing. Saint Row 5. Holy moly. Would that be a would that be exclusive? That's interesting. Saint Row 5. I think it's about time for one until we get another I could see that man real, Scott. A Saint Row 5 until we get another GTA. What about they show a GTA 6? Holy crap. Could y'all imagine it? PlayStation do have some type of partnerships with you know, I get that. They not. Here's the thing. Like, I know games they're gonna show that's cross-platform. Like, I know eventually we're going to see an Assassin's Creed. You know what I'm saying? But it just displaying the power of it. But Saint Row definitely be dope. I would probably go with Clay. Unfortunately, Ray's my man, but Clay, he been doing numbers, so I would definitely go with Clay Xbox. Elder Scroll, I never play an Elder Scroll game at all. That would be amazing. That I would definitely get off into that. And I have Elder Scroll Online that day. 25 movies and create a Die Hard game. A Die Hard game, I'm telling you, like, I could see people playing a Die Hard game if it's like a Tomb Raider or even Uncharted, if Naughty Dog made a Die Hard game, they could definitely pull that off. Cause Die Hard have enough action. I'll play the crap out of a Die Hard game. Seriously. If Naughty Dog or the people that made Tomb Raider make a Die Hard game, them only two companies I could see making it. That's it. Ratchet and Clank game, that's possible. A teaser of that might be possible. I can see that being possible. H1Z1, they got a long way to go before they make H1Z1, a new one. I can see that being somewhere in the works, or just improving that one to the PlayStation 5. Not like an upscale, but like actually improving it exclusively to the PlayStation 5. Because H1Z1 on the computer too, right? You still gotta go PC game. I know, man. I'm gonna get there though, Wes. Don't do this to me. I'm gonna get there. I'm gonna do this. I got you. Antonio, man, did you have put something in my ear with that Die Hard, fam. Seriously. What about a new ripoff of Smash Bros? Don't they have PlayStation All-Star? I think people been asking about that PlayStation All-Star, right? That would be a good one if they come out with that. that will probably be a good competition with Smash Bros. If they come back out with a PlayStation All Star. What do you think about the price range? The 5 is going to be. I will probably say. I think I could be wrong. It's a long shot, but I could definitely see the PlayStation 5 doing what Xbox is doing because it worked out so well for them and coming out with two different consoles, a lower end and a high end one. I know they said that it was a thing that came out said to make the PlayStation 5, it was like everything equivalent in there was like a $481 to actually make a PlayStation 5. So I could see them doing 500 because when they made the PlayStation 4, I think they say it was like $370 something to make a PlayStation 4, and they came out with the $400 price tag. So they made like I think it was like a $19 or $21 difference profit off of that. And so I could see the PlayStation 5 coming out $500 easily. The great city of Brazil. Hello. Hey, how is it over there? You guys over there safe? Are y'all on any type of lockdowns over there? I've been hearing about countries, man, been on lockdown left and right. Australia, I think I just seen that actually today. Come to think about it. First price was at 600. It was that PS3. PS3 tanked because of the price tag. When the PS3 came out, it tanked because of that price tag. People wasn't ready to pay that much for that little technology. I think we are actually at a new next gen to where people would not have a problem paying $600 for a new console. Just wanted to put it out there. I'm hoping 500. I think they might have a lower end PlayStation, but a high end one, people would not have a problem paying $500-$600 for it at all. If it's over 600, I don't know, might well get a PC, and that's the problem because that's the thing, because people keep talking about, like, y'all see when Xbox just came out yesterday or 2 days ago, actually revealing all the tech into it. People were saying, like, these tech heads, they were talking about how the Xbox Series X is killing a lot of gaming PCs out there. I think PlayStation will probably do the same. So if you can get a high-end PlayStation for $600 that's equivalent to like $1,000 gaming PC, why not do it? And you can still put it on your big TV or your gaming setup or whatever the case might be. John McClane, Die Hard 5. Man, I'm telling you, we need to start a rumor of that. Hopefully somebody will get word of a Die Hard. The new controller, I know they was talking about with the new controller. Oh, hey, before it start, I just want to say this. Let me know if the audio's good and you guys can hear the presentation in me. Like, let me know, like, if I gotta turn up one or turn down the other. I just want to say that before it starts because we got 2 minutes left. But yeah, the controller, I'm definitely. P1 was popping, my guy. No time see what's good with you. The controller they was talking about, they redid the controller as far as the trigger, and they added 2 new features. So I can't wait to see what the controller is going to be like. The controller is something I am more excited about than I don't care about the design of the PlayStation. It could be the ugliest design in the world. People are gonna still buy it. I am more concerned about how this controller is gonna work. Cause they, quote unquote, they trying to be on the Nintendo level and change the DualShock, change the trigger and the resisting in it. It's gonna be great. My break is over. I'm gonna miss. Oh man, Go to the bathroom. No. All right, y'all. It's go time, baby. It's go time. You can hear voice clear. Thank you. I just know when the audio start, I don't want it to, because I erased all my settings by accident the other day. So I just want to make sure that the audio in this will be great. Here we go. Look at this, man. We have over 300,000 people watching this particular stream, man. It's about to be nuts. People about to go crazy. Whoop, whoop, you're an awesome streamer. But oh man, thank you so much. I appreciate that. Thank you. I really appreciate that. See, this is the reason I thought about coming back to YouTube streaming, man. I mean, it's salad, but I'm hype about this. I'm trying to get both system because I hate being caught off with my friends. Yeah, man, I'm gonna get both just because of exclusives, but they've been doing an amazing job with crossplay. Eventually there will just be flat out crossplay. So P1, you don't have to worry about that too long. They doing an amazing job making these games crossplay, man. Yes, Xbox Series X, man. They did an amazing job. They did an amazing job. They have actually redeemed. Here we go. Do this sound good? Can y'all hear me okay? It's freaking loud in my ear. Let me see. Turn my mixer down. Holy crap. Can y'all hear me okay? Can y'all hear the music okay? Is it balanced or do I need to talk to me, y'all? I want y'all to still be able to hear it. We good? Good deal. Good deal. Hey man, thank you guys for coming in here and watching the stream with me, by the way. Seriously. The longest minute of my life. You can probably run to the bathroom, make you a sandwich, everything, come back and it'll be like 15, 20 seconds still left. Let's get it, y'all. I'm excited. I'm excited. I think last time I joined on the stream was for, yeah, man. It been a minute, P1. I've been on Twitch streaming, but I might come back, man. Hey, we ready for this. It ain't about being a PlayStation lover or an Xbox lover. It's just about just loving video games, man. It's just about loving video games. So this is exciting. New console. Oh my goodness. Let's go. Whew. I gotta calm down. Let me know now if y'all can't hear, because we need to hear everything and we need to talk about it after this is over. 10 seconds. Oh my goodness. Okay, let me chill out. Let me chill out. Let me chill out. They're gonna show.
Hi.
Okay.
Unfortunately, we had to cancel the talk that we had planned for GDC, but we do have some super exciting news about PS5, and who better to bring that to you than the one and only Mark Cerny. Without further ado, over to you, Mark.
Thank you, Jim. There will be lots of chances later on this year to look at the PlayStation 5 games. Today, I want to talk a bit about our goals for the PlayStation 5 hardware and how they influenced the development of the console. I think you all know I'm a big believer in console generations. Once every 5 or 6 or 7 years, a console arrives with substantially new capabilities. There's a lot of learning by the game developers, hopefully not too overwhelming, and soon there's games that could never have been created before. Now, it used to be that as a console designer, you'd somehow intuit what would be the best set of capabilities for the new console, and then build it.
Can y'all hear okay?
In secrecy. For the PlayStation consoles, that period lasted through PlayStation 3, a powerful and groundbreaking console, but also one that caused quite a lot of heartache, as it was initially difficult to develop games for. So, starting with PlayStation 4, we've taken a different approach, roughly centered around 3 principles. The first of these is listening to the developers, which is to say that a lot of what we put into a console derives directly from the needs and aspirations of the game creators. We definitely do have some ideas of our own, but at the core of our philosophy for designing consoles is that game players are here for the fantastic games, which is to say that game creators matter. Anything we can do to make life easier for the game creators or help them realize their dreams, we will do. So, about once every 2 years, I take a tour of the industry. I go to the various developers and publishers, sit down, and discuss how they're doing with the current consoles and what they'd like to see in future consoles. This requires weeks on the road, as reaching the bulk of the game creators involves talking to well over 100 people at something like 24.
Come on, Xbox, chill out.
And it is incredibly valuable. By the way, the feature most requested by the developers, that was an SSD, which we were very happy to put in the hardware, but a lot of problem solving was required. I'll be doing a deep dive on the SSD and surrounding systems later on in this talk. It's also key to make a generational leap while keeping the console sufficiently familiar to game developers. I think about this in terms of balancing evolution and revolution. Now, with PlayStation 1, 2, and 3, the target was a revolution.
I'll start off in like 90 or 95 seconds.
That was great in many ways, but time for the developers to get up and running got longer with each console. In the past, I've called this time to triangle. Here's what I had for those 3 consoles. To be clear, I'm not talking about time to make a game. Developers will be ambitious, and it may take them 6 years or so to realize their vision. What I'm talking about is that dead time before graphics and other aspects of game development are up and running, and trying to minimize it. On the other hand, if we're trying to reduce that dead time to 0, that means the hardware architecture can't change at all. We're handcuffed. We need to judge for each feature what value it adds and whether it's worth the increase in developer time needed to support it. So with PlayStation 4, we were able to strike a pretty good balance between performance and familiarity. We got required learning back to PlayStation 1 levels. With PS5, the GPU was definitely the area we felt the most tension between adding new features and keeping a familiar programming model. Ultimately, I think we've ended up with something under a month of getting up to speed. That
Wow,
feels like
that's
we're striking about the
it's
right
not bad.
balance. I'll go into a bit more detail later today. About
Yo,
philosophy
appreciate the
of GPU
$5
and the
super
specific
chat.
feature set that
The
results.
donation. Appreciate that, Rob, man. Showing love. Thank you so much.
As the hardware team to find new dreams, by which I mean something other than CPU performance, GPU performance.
Always showing
and
love, fam.
RAM. The increase in graphics performance over the past 2 decades has been astonishing, but there are other areas in which we can innovate and provide significant value to the game creators, and through them, the players. That's why the SSD was very much on our list of directions to explore, regardless of what came out of the conversations with game developers and publishers. The biggest feature in this category is the
Another $5 donation, man. Thank you.
push for vastly improved
Appreciate that,
in
fam.
particular, 3D
My guy.
isn't something that came out of the developer meetings. It's much more the case that we had a dream
My
of what
guy.
would be possible 5 years from now, and then worked out a number of steps we could take to set us on that path. So here again are the 3 principles, the first being enabling the desires of developers to drive the hardware design. To me, the SSD really is the key to the next generation. It's a game changer. And it was the #1 ask from developers for PlayStation 5.
That is
As
interesting.
we know it's probably impossible, but can you put an SSD in it? That was a discussion we were also having internally. It was clear that the presence of a hard drive in every PlayStation 4 was having a positive impact. A lot of things that would simply have been impossible at Blu-ray disc speeds were now possible. At the same time, though, in 2015 and 2016, when we were having these conversations, developers were already banging up against the limits of the hard drive, and a lot of developer time was being spent designing around slow load speeds. I want to focus
We gotta get
in
rid
on
of the
just
load
one
speed.
number here,
Load.
which is how long it takes to load a gigabyte of data from a hard drive. The difficulty being that hard drives are neither particularly fast nor flexible. If all your data is in one block, which is frankly not very likely, you can load 50 to 100 megabytes a second, depending on where the data is located on the hard drive. Let's assume it's on the outer edge, which means loading a gigabyte takes 10 seconds. If you compress your game packages, you can fit more data on the Blu-ray disc and also effectively boost your hard drive read speed by the compression ratio. We support
Okay, I'm with you.
Z-Lib decompression on PlayStation 4 that gets you something like 50% more data on the disc and 50% higher effective read speed.
I'm with you.
Unfortunately, though, it's highly likely that your data is scattered around in various files on the hard drive, as well as sourced from multiple locations within those files. So lots of seeks are needed at 2 to 50-ish milliseconds each. My rule of thumb is that the hard drive is spending 2/3 of its time seeking and only 1/3 of its time actually loading data. Putting all of that together, a gigabyte is very roughly 20 seconds to load from a hard drive. Now, a gigabyte is not much data. Games are using 5 or 6 gigabytes of RAM on PlayStation 4, so boot times and load times can get pretty grim. Or to put that differently, as a player, you wait for the game to boot, wait for the game to load, wait for the level to reload every time you die, and you wait for what is euphemistically called fast travel. And all of that leads to the dream. What if we could have not just an SSD, but a blindingly fast SSD? If we could load 5 gigabytes a second from it, what would change? Now, SSDs are completely different from hard drives. They don't have seeks as such.
Target.
If you have
Wow.
5 gigabyte a second SSD, you can read data from 1,000 different locations in that second, pretty much at speed. As for time to load a gigabyte, this is next gen we're talking about, so memory is bigger. Instead, we should be asking how long to load 2 gigabytes. And the answer is about 1/4 of a second. I mean, that's amazing. We're talking 2 orders of magnitude, meaning very roughly 100 times faster. Which means at 5 gigabytes a second for the SSD, the potential is that the game boots in a second. There are no load screens. The game just fades down while loading a half dozen gigabytes and fades back up again. Same for a reload. You're immediately
It's
back
not,
in the
but
action.
coming from where it was to now, that's a hell of a jump.
Blink and you miss it. As game creators, we go from trying to distract the player from how long fast travel is taking, like those Spider-Man subway rides, to being so blindingly fast that we might even have to slow that transition down. Pretty cool, right? But for me, this is not the primary reason to change from a hard drive to an SSD. The primary reason for an ultra-fast SSD is that it gives the game designer freedom. Or to put that differently, with a hard drive, the 20 seconds that it takes to load a gigabyte can sabotage the game that the developer is trying to create. I think almost all of us in the room have experienced this, maybe in different ways. Say we're making an adventure game and we have 2 rich environments where we each want enough textures and models to fill memory, which you can do as long as you have a long staircase or elevator ride or a windy corridor where you can ditch the old assets and then take 30 seconds or so to load the new assets. Having a 30-second elevator ride is a little extreme. More realistically, we'd probably chop the world into a number of smaller pieces and then do some calculations with
Yeah,
sight
that's
lines and run
30
speeds
seconds
like
at
we
an
did
elevator.
with
Good
Gotham
God.
City when we were making Jack.
Yo,
The
double
game
S
is
with the
20 years
$5
old, but not much
donation.
has changed since then.
Yeah, kids
All
back.
those pieces packages
Thank you, fam. I appreciate
There's a
that.
whole subset of level design dedicated to
My
this sort of
God,
work,
showing love
but
out here,
still,
man.
It's a giant distraction for a team that just wants to make their game. So when I talked about the dream of an SSD, part of the reason for that 5 gigabyte
Y'all gonna make me
target was
blush.
to eliminate loads, but also part of the reason for that target was streaming. As in, what if the SSD is so fast that as the player is turning around, it's possible to load textures for everything behind the player in that split second? If you figure that it takes half a second to turn, that's 4 gigabytes of compressed data you can load. That sounds about right for next gen. Anyway, back to the hard drive. Another strategy for increasing effective read speed is to make big sequential chunks of data. For example, we might group all the data together for each city block. That removes most of the seeks, and the streaming gets faster. But there's a downside too, which is that frequently used data is included in many chunks and therefore is on the hard drive many, many times. Marvel's Spider-Man uses this strategy, and though it works very well for increasing the streaming speed, there's a massive duplication as a result. Some of the objects like mailboxes or news racks are on the hard drive 400 times. What I'm describing here are things that cramp a creative director's style. Either level design gets a little bit boring in places, or the data is duplicated so many times that it no longer fits on the Blu-ray disc. And you end up with hard limits on the player's run speed or driving speed. The player can't go faster than the load speed from the hard drive. And finally, I'm sure many of you have noticed that after a patch download, a PlayStation 4 will sometimes take a long time to install the patch.
Yeah.
That's because when just part of a file has been changed, the new data can be downloaded pretty quickly. But before the game boots up, a brand new file has to be constructed that includes the changed portion. Otherwise, every change would add a seek or two. Even so, you can occasionally see this happening on game titles. They start to hitch once they get patched enough. With an SSD, though, no seeks, so no need to make brand new files with the changes incorporated into them, which means no installs as you know them today.
Yeah, that's a huge
There's
plus.
one more benefit, which is that system memory can be used much more efficiently.
That's a huge
On
plus.
PlayStation 4, game data on the hard drive feels very distant and difficult to use. By the time you realize you need a piece of data, it's much too late to go out and load it. So system memory has to contain all of the data that could be used in the next 30 seconds or so of gameplay. That means a lot of the 8 gigabytes of system memory is idle. It's just waiting there to be potentially used. On PlayStation 5, though, the SSD is very close to being like more RAM. Typically, it's fast enough that when you realize you need a piece of data, you can just load it from the SSD and use it. There's no need to have lots of data parked in system memory waiting to potentially be used. A different way of saying that is that most of RAM is working on the game's behalf. This is one of the reasons that 16 gigabytes of GDDR6 feels right for PlayStation 5. The presence of the SSD reduces the need for a massive intergenerational increase in size. So back to the dream of the SSD. Here's the set of targets. Boot the game.
My God, what's
No
popping?
load screens.
What you been up to, man? How you been feeling?
Passages or long corridors. More game on the disk and more game on the SSD. And finally, those patch installs go away.
No long patience.
The reality
That's
though,
interesting.
is that the SSD
Are they
is
really
just
trying to
one
get
piece
rid of
puzzle.
this
There's
low
a
time
lot of
period?
places where bottlenecks can occur in between the SSD and the game code that uses the data. You can see this on PlayStation 4. If I use an SSD with 10 times the speed of a standard hard drive, I probably see only double the loading speed, if that.
Never happening.
For
Yeah, that's what I'm
PlayStation
saying.
5,
I
our
think
goal
that's
was
actually
not
what they're
just that
shooting
the
for.
SSD itself be 100 times faster. It was that game loads and streaming would be 100 times faster. So every single potential bottleneck needed to be addressed. And there are a lot of them. Let's look at check-in. What happens when its overhead gets 100 times larger? Conceptually,
Say
check-in
still
is a
on my
pretty simple
mind.
process. Data is loaded into system memory from a
So
hard
what you gonna
drive
do about it then?
It's examined, a few values are tweaked to check it in, and then it's moved to its final location. At the SSD speeds we're talking about, that last part, moving the data
I wish, man.
from one location
I
to
wish.
another, takes roughly an entire next-gen CPU core. And that's just the tip of the iceberg. If all the overheads get 100 times larger, that will cripple the frame rate as soon as the player moves, and that massive stream of data starts coming off the SSD. So to solve all of that, we built a lot of custom hardware, namely a custom flash controller and a number of custom units in our main.
Custom flash controller.
The flash controller in the SSD was designed for smooth and bottleneck-free operation, but also with games in mind. For example, there are 6 levels of priority when reading from the SSD. Priority is very important. You can imagine the player heading into some new location in the world and the game requesting a few gigabytes of textures. And while those textures are being loaded, an enemy is shot and has to speak a few dying words. Having multiple priority levels lets the audio for those dying words get loaded immediately. On one side, that flash controller connects to the actual flash dies that supply the storage. To reach our bandwidth target of 5 gigabytes a second, we ended up with a 12-channel interface. 8 channels wouldn't be enough. The resulting bandwidth we've achieved is actually 5.5 gigabytes a second. With a 12-channel interface, the most natural size that emerges for an SSD is 825 gigabytes. The key question for us was, is that enough? I mean, it's tempting to add more, but Flash certainly doesn't come cheap. And we have a
Open.
responsibility to the gaming platform to be cost-effective with regards to what we put in the console. Ultimately, we resolved this question by looking at the play patterns of a broad range of gamers. We examined the specific games that they were playing over the course of a weekend or a week or a month.
All right, man. So here's the thing with this.
We were able to establish that the friction caused by reinstalls or redownloads was quite low. And so we locked in on that 825 gigabyte size. While also
They could have released all this on paper.
Those who want more storage can add it. I'll go through the details in a minute. Back to the flash controller. On the other side, it connects to our main
They could have released all this on paper.
Gen 4 PCI.
Y'all could have tweeted this out.
Inside the main custom chip is a pretty hefty.
I mean, people watching this, like, we want to see
Before we
some.
talk about what that does, let's talk components.
Y'all have 657,000 people watching this.
I decided to use it again on PlayStation 5. On my 2017 tour of developers, I learned about a new format called Kraken from Rad Game Tools. It's like zlib's smarter cousin. Simple, similar types of algorithms, but about 10% better compression, which is pretty big. That means 10% more game on the UHD Blu-ray disc or on the SSD. Kraken had only been out for a year, but it was already becoming a de facto industry standard. Half of the teams I talked to were either using it or getting ready to evaluate it. So we hustled and built a custom decompressor into the I/O unit, one capable of handling over 5 gigabytes of Kraken format input data a second.
I get what they're
After
doing,
decompression, that typically becomes 8 or 9.
and that's
The
fine.
unit itself is capable of outputting as much as 22 gigabytes a second.
But what I'm saying is they could have tweeted this. People are watching this because they want to not just learn about the system. They want to see it. They want you to have it in hand and talk about it. They want you to show features on the controller and what it does.
Custom I/O unit, including
Y'all
a
going
dedicated DMA controller. The game can
from
direct
component to
exactly
component almost, and I get it. It's needed to be talked about.
This equates to another
Xbox did it. I just feel like they could have did this with a tweet
its primary
or
purpose
an
is to
article or something, you know?
There's 2 dedicated I/O coprocessors and a large RAM pool. These aren't Zen 2 cores. They are there principally to direct the variety of custom hardware around them. One of the coprocessors is dedicated to SSD I/O. This lets us bypass traditional file I/O and its bottlenecks when reading from
Yeah.
The other is responsible for memory mapping, which I know doesn't sound like anything related to the SSD, but a lot of developers map and remap memory as part of file I/O, and this too can become a bottleneck. There are coherency engines to assist the coprocessors. Coherency comes up a lot in places.
I mean, they really giving out the blueprint and the schematics of how to
caches. Flushing all of the GPU caches
how this is made.
red is an unattractive option. It could really hurt the GPU performance.
And a lot of
So
people want to
we
understand this.
created a gentler way of doing things, where the coherency engines inform the GPU of the overwritten address ranges, and custom scrubbers in several dozen GPU caches do pinpoint evictions of just those address ranges. The best thing is, as a game developer, when you read from the SSD, you don't need to know any of this. You don't even need to
Yeah,
know what you're
I agree with you, P1.
You just indicate what data you'd like to read.
Wings are done. I'm ready, man. You see,
Where you'd like to put it.
give me some wings with some ranch or blue cheese.
Loading it happens invisibly to you and at very high speed. Back to the dream. Thanks to all of that surrounding hardware, our 5.5 gigabytes a second really should translate into something like 100 times faster.
No need to
and allow the dream
apologize.
of no load screens and super fast streaming to become a reality. Having said that, expandability of our SSD is going to be quite important. Flash is costly, and you may very well want to add storage to whatever we put in the console. Now, the kind of storage you need depends on how you're going to use it. If you have an extensive PlayStation 4 library and you'd like to take advantage of backwards compatibility to play those games on PlayStation 5, then a large external hard drive
Well,
is ideal.
there you go. He just dropped that
If
bomb.
your games on the hard drive,
PlayStation 5 is backwards compatible with the PlayStation 4.
SSD storage for your PlayStation 5 titles, or you can copy your active PlayStation 4 titles.
So that's great to know. Thank you
If
for
your purpose
confirming
of
that.
adding more storage
Because
is to
people
play
was
your
wondering.
PlayStation 5 titles, though, ideally you would add to your SSD storage. We will be supporting certain M2 SSDs. These are internal drives that you can get on the open market and install in a bay in the PlayStation 5. As for which ones we support and when, I'll get to that in a moment. They connect through the custom I/O unit just like our SSD does, so they can take full advantage of the decompression, I/O coprocessors, and all the other features I was talking about. Here's the catch, though. That commercial drive has to be at least as fast as ours. Games that rely on
Man, y'all wilding out in the chat.
When I gave the Wired interview last year, I said that the PlayStation 5 SSD was faster than anything available on PC. At the time, commercial M2 drives used
From what? Woman that hate the kids.
at 3.5 gigabytes a second. In other words, no PCIe 3.0 drive can hit the required spec. M2 drives with PCIe 4.0 are now out in the market.
I'm losing interest in this. I'm sorry.
And seeing
I'll be the one to say.
4 or 5 gigabytes a second for me. By year's end, I expect there will be drives that saturate 4.0 and support 7 gigabytes a second. Having said that, we are comparing apples and oranges, though, because that commercial M2 drive will have its own architecture, its own flash controller, and so on. For example, the NVMe
Right,
specification
like
has
this.
for requests that the M2 drives can use. And that scheme is pretty nice, but it only has 2 true priority levels. Our drive supports 6. We can hook up a drive with only 2 priority levels, definitely. But
My
our
God said, can I get on stage and egg him?
the extra priorities, rather than the M2 drive's flash controller. And so the M2 drive needs a little extra speed to take care of issues arising from the different approach. That commercial drive also needs to physically fit inside of the bay we created in PlayStation 5 for M2 drives.
Yeah, man. This.
Hard drives. There's unfortunately no standard.
I don't think anybody was expecting this. Hold on, let me see something.
Giant heat sinks. In fact,
I mean, even people in the look ZZ, like people
right
in the
now we're
chat
getting M2 drive samples and
is talking about clickbait, Z's, play Minecraft,
5 launch at year end. We'll also be
PS5 Pro. What is this a joke? People in the chat is like dogging this as well. Like this is
Once we've done that compatibility,
y'all have almost 10,000 thumbs up.
which drives will physically fit and which drive samples have been.
They have almost 10,000 thumbs down. I mean,
Great if that
how
happens.
y'all have almost 10,000 thumbs down? This is not it.
Hold off on getting that M2 drive.
This is not it.
Okay.
I'm
back
getting
to our
upset.
games.
What the heck?
Balancing evolution and revolution is the second of them. This was definitely a recurring theme with the GPU.
This is
We need
ridiculous.
new features and capabilities. If we only have more performance, it's not really a new generation of console.
Except for Dyson.
Result in more performance. That's
I'm not knocking this. Let me say that. I'm not knocking this, but I just feel like there was a better way to execute this.
we also need the ability to do something with the GPU that could not
People, this is doing more damage to them.
watt. Every time we double the performance of some GPU component, we don't want to find out we've doubled the power consumed and the heat produced. But at the same time,
Boring. Z's. This is a virus. Bye bye. 1 gig is not enough information.
now, back with
Show us the PS5. Like, this is what people are saying. This is school. Somebody just texted and said, this is school. I'd rather be at school. That's what somebody just said.
blindsiding developers, we made sure
I'm
that
out.
if there
Peace.
were new significant features,
Show the design. Like, this is crazy.
the GPU supports ray tracing.
This is
You don't have
whack,
to use
bro.
ray
What is going on? Xbox is better.
GPU supports
His voice is amazing.
release your first game on
When is the exam? When is the exam?
Before I get into the capabilities of the GPU, I'd like to make clear 2 points that can be quite First, we have a custom AMD GPU.
Somebody said, when is the exam?
AMD is continuously improving and revising their tech. For RDNA 2, their goals were, roughly speaking,
Oh my
reduce power
goodness.
consumption by re-architecting the GPU to put data close to where it's needed, to optimize the GPU for performance, and to add a
Nobody
new
cares. Can y'all just show it?
But that feature set is malleable, which is to say that we have our own.
This is bad, y'all.
And that can factor into
This is
what
bad.
the AMD roadmap becomes. So collaboration is born. If we bring concepts to AMD that are felt to be widely useful, then they can.
I just want to see the damn PS5. That's what I'm saying.
Including in PC GPUs.
Will it be a study
Ideas
guide?
are sufficiently specific to what we're trying to.
We got to make some fun out of this. I'm sorry if you guys trying to hear what he's saying. I apologize.
If you see a
But this is
similar
crazy. Look at the
PlayStation
chats.
available as a PC card at roughly the same time as we release our console.
Okay, finish. Can you finish already?
Succeeded.
Who else
Now,
think they're in
introducing
school?
technology useful
Nintendo
in
Switch
both worlds,
forever.
it
No one is
doesn't
paying
mean that
attention.
Sony simply
Bro,
incorporated
stop.
PC
Please
card
stop.
into our console.
Thumbs down.
This
They got
continuous improvement
12,000
in technology
thumbs
enables
down.
us to rely on teraflops as an absolute indicator of performance, and CU count should be avoided as well. In the case of CPUs, we all understand this. The PlayStation 4.
I
and
think
PlayStation
so,
5
Wolf.
have 8
This is
CPUs, but
crazy.
never think that meant the capabilities and performance are equal. It's the same for CUs. For one
This
thing,
is nuts.
much larger
Show the console in games.
features means adding
This is nuts. This thing had 12,000 thumbs down that quick. It just went from 9 to 12,000.
62% larger than the
Dude, somebody need to be in the background telling him this.
CU.
Wrap it up.
Second, the
Wrap it up.
PlayStation
Wrap it
5
up.
GPU
Wrap it up.
is backwards compatible with PlayStation 4. What does that mean? One way you can achieve backwards compatibility is to put the previous console's chipset in the new console, like we did with some PlayStation 3.
They blew it.
That's, of course,
I'm
extremely
one.
expensive.
Man,
A better way
dude.
is to incorporate any differences in the previous console's logic
This is
into
crazy.
the new console's custom chips, meaning that even as the technology evolves, the
This is
logic and
crazy.
feature set that PlayStation 4 and PlayStation 4 Pro titles rely on is still available in backwards compatibility modes. One advantage of this strategy is that once backwards
I thank you guys for kicking it with me, though. Let me tell you that. I appreciate the donations, the donos, the super chat. You guys hitting the thumbs up and kicking it with me. Just the fact that y'all took time out y'all day to come in here is amazing. Y'all know I'm always humble about stuff like this.
running PS4 and
This is a
PS4
waste of
titles at
time.
boosted frequencies has
This
also
is a
had
waste of time.
the boost is truly massive.
This man about to get so much backfire off of this. I'm sorry, I don't mean to rage, but people have taken time out their day to see
We recently took a look at
the
top 100
PlayStation 5, to know the features,
and we're expecting
the controller,
all of them
possibly the games, or a sneak peek.
With regards to new
This is bad. Y'all literally just broke down the blueprint of this new console. Y'all literally just broke. Y'all might as well just go off to the components. You need 12 1K components, 16 5K components, red, blue. Like, dude, like, this is crazy. No way it should be like this.
It's not possible to do even
This
basic
thing have 12,000
such as
thumbs down.
avoiding processing of a vertex if all geometry
People in the chat is dogging this. This is hardcore PlayStation fans dogging this.
called the geometry engine, which brings handling of triangles
That is
and
nuts.
primitives under full programmatic control. As a game developer, you're free to
I know the people at Microsoft, man. I know Phil Spencer. I know Phil just sitting there with the cigar in his mouth, with his feet up over his desk, like
in various ways. Simply
they
using
killing it for us. We ain't got to do nothing.
removing backface.
This is
More
crazy.
complex usage involves something called primitive shaders, which allow the game to synthesize geometry on
13,000 that quick.
It's a brand
13,000 thumbs
Using
down.
primitive shaders on PlayStation 5 will allow for a broad variety of techniques, including smoothly varying level of detail, addition of
Holy
procedural
moly.
detail to close-up objects, and improvements to particle effects and other visual special effects. Another major new feature of our custom RDNA
We know about ray tracing.
using the same strategy as AMD.
Y'all mentioning everything that the Xbox pretty much has. We need to know.
Which can calculate the
I'm getting frustrated. Somebody make a joke. Somebody crack a joke, because I'm getting frustrated.
Its data
I'm about to take off this PlayStation shirt, go put on the Xbox One, because this is ridiculous.
There's a specific set of formats you can use. They're variations on the same DVH concept. Then, in your shader program, you use a new instruction.
I've typed the Xbox for life in the chat.
While the intersection engine is processing the requested ray
You okay, little baby? What are you doing?
the shaders are free to do other work.
What are
Having
you
said
doing?
that, the ray tracing instruction is pretty memory
Don't hit me in the face with this.
with logic. There's of course no need to use ray tracing. PS4 graphics engines will run just fine on PlayStation 5. But it presents an opportunity for those interested.
No cap, real talk, man.
Less than 1 million rays a second to have a big impact on audio. That should be enough
This is
for
nuts.
audio occlusion, and some reverb calculations. With a bit more of
This is crazy. Like, there's no way
very nice global
they should have this many thumbs down. There's no way
adding ray traced
people in the
shadows
chat
and
dogging
reflections
this.
to a traditional graphics
This is
engine
ridiculous.
can easily take hundreds of millions of rays a second, and full ray tracing takes billions. How far can we go? I'm starting to get quite bullish. I've already seen a PlayStation 5 title that's successfully using ray tracing based reflections in complex animated scenes.
This better be $400. Compensate us for this. But we need to take $100 off because we watched this.
And what frequency do we run it at? This is a balancing act. The chip has a cost, and there's a cost for whatever we use to
This is
supply that
unreal.
chip with power and to cool it. In general, I like running the GPU at higher frequency. Let me show you why. Here's two possible configurations for a GPU roughly of the level of the PlayStation 4 Pro. This is a thought experiment. Don't take these configurations too seriously. If you just calculate teraflops, you get the same number. But actually, the performance is noticeably different because teraflops is defined as the computational capability of the vector ALU. That's just one part of the GPU. There are a lot of other units. And those other units all run faster when the GPU frequency is higher. At 33% higher frequency, rasterization goes 33% faster. Processing the command buffer goes that much faster. The L2 and other caches have that much higher bandwidth, and so on. About the only downside is that system memory is 33% further away in terms of cycles. But the large number of benefits more than counterbalance that. As a friend of mine says, a rising tide lifts all boats. Also, it's easier to fully use 36 CUs in parallel than it is to fully use 48 CUs. When triangles are small, it's much harder to fill all those CUs.
I'm just bothered by this. This could have been a tweet. This could have been an article. This could have been an IGN exclusive. Y'all breaking this down.
We haven't always done the best job at. Part of the reason for that is, historically, our process for setting CPU and GPU frequencies has relied on some heavy-duty guesswork with regards to how much electrical power games will consume.
This is ridiculous.
And how much heat will be produced as a result inside of the console. Power consumption varies a lot from game to game. When I play God of War on my PS4 Pro, I know the power consumption is high just by the fan noise. But power isn't simply about engine quality. It's about the minutiae of what's being displayed and how. It's counterintuitive, but processing dense geometry typically consumes less power than processing simple geometry, which is, I suspect, why Horizon's map screen, with its low triangle count, makes my PS4 Pro heat up so much. Our process on previous consoles has been to try to get
This is bad.
maximum power
This is bad.
the entire console lifetime might be, which is to say, the worst case scene in the worst case game, and prepare a cooling solution that we think will be quiet at that power level.
I see what you're saying about R6 fam.
Fan noise is minimal.
This is
Get it
bad.
wrong, the console will be quite loud for the higher power games, and there's even a chance that it might overheat and shut down if we misestimate power too badly. PlayStation 5 is especially challenging because the CPU supports 256-bit native instructions that consume a lot of power. These are great here and there, but presumably only minimally used. Or are they? If we plan for major 256-bit instruction usage, we need to set the CPU clock substantially lower or noticeably increase the size of the power supply.
So here's the thing.
So after much discussion, we decided to go with a very different direction on PlayStation 5. We built a GPU with 36 CUs. Mind you, RDNA 2 CUs are large. Each has 62% more transistors than the CUs we were using on PlayStation 4.
Here's the thing.
So if we compare transistor counts, 36 RDNA 2 CUs equates to roughly 58 PlayStation 4 CUs. It is a fairly sizable GPU. Then we went with a variable frequency strategy for PlayStation 5, which is to say we continuously run the GPU and CPU in boost mode. We supply a generous amount of electrical power.
This could have
and
been
increase the
typed out
frequency of GPU and
and
until they reach the capabilities of the system's
tweeted or something. They should have hit a YouTuber up there.
Rather than running at constant frequency,
They should have hit a YouTuber up there to make this more entertaining.
we run at essentially constant power and let the frequency vary based on the workload. We then tackle the
I'm a tech head and I get everything he's saying.
high-performance
just about. But the problem is we're not here for the blueprints.
In some ways, it becomes a simpler problem because
I feel like there's a better way to execute this.
No need to guess what power consumption the worst-case game might have. As for the details of the cooling solution, we're saving.
Yeah, I mean, I get it, but a lot of people will not get it.
What the engineering team came up with. So, how fast can we run the GPU and CPU with this strategy? The simplest approach would be to look at the actual temperature of the silicon die and throttle the frequency on that basis.
How many
But that
thumbs
won't
now
work.
y'all think
It
this have
fails to
now?
create a consistent PlayStation 5 experience. It wouldn't do to run a console slower simply because it was in a hot room. So rather than look at the actual temperature of the silicon die,
18K,
activities that the GPU and CPU
15K?
are performing, and set the frequencies on that basis, which makes everything deterministic
16K.
and repeatable. While we're at it, we also use AMD's smart
16K thumbs down.
used power from the CPU to the GPU.
PlayStation should not have no more than 1,000 thumbs down, and y'all at 16,000
GPU at 2 gigahertz
thumbs down.
target with the old fixed frequency strategy. With this new paradigm, we're able to run way over that. In fact, we have to cap the GPU frequency at 2.23 gigahertz so that we can guarantee that the on-chip
Right
logic
here.
operates properly.
Show us the outside.
36
I fell asleep.
and we expect the GPU
This is crazy. Let's catch up with the chat.
that frequency and performance. Similarly, running the CPU at 3 gigahertz was causing headaches with the old strategy.
PC1.
But now we can run it as high as 3.5 gigahertz. In fact, it spends most of its time at that frequency. That doesn't mean all games will be running at 2.23 gigahertz and 3.5 gigahertz. When that
Oh my
worst-case
goodness.
arrives,
Did I
it
just
will
say
run
10
on
teraflop?
lower clock speed, but not too much lower. To reduce power by 10%, it only takes a couple
don't
of
believe
percent
that.
reduction in frequency, so I'd expect any downclocking to be pretty minor. All things considered, the change to a variable frequency approach will show significant gains for PlayStation games. The final of our 3 principles was about finding.
Wow.
It's important for us on the
I do
hardware
apologize, you
new
guys,
ways to
for this.
expand or deepen gaming, and that's what led us to a focus on 3D audio. As players, we experience the game through the visuals, through audio,
So like the
through feedback
time, you talk about that Tomcat
such
game?
as rumble. Personally, I feel a game is just dead without audio. Visuals are, of course, important, but the impact of audio is huge as well. At the same time, the audio team on the game project has to do a lot with the looks. For example, on PlayStation 4, there's fierce competition for the Jaguar CPU cores. Audio typically ends up getting just a fraction.
So this have 10,
That's not
what they say,
much,
10 point what teraflop? And the Xbox have 12 teraflop?
visuals run at 30
12 point something, actually, I think, thought it
Audio
said.
processing needs to happen at almost 200 times a second. So, it's been tough going making forward progress on audio with PlayStation 4, particularly when PlayStation 3 was such a beast when it came to audio. The SPUs in Cell were almost a perfect device for audio rendering. Simple pipeline
Holy moly.
really take advantage of asynchronous DMA and frequently reached 100.
The single player, I'm tired of this guy talking.
There's unfortunately nothing comparable on PlayStation 4.
This is bad,
Probably
man.
the most dramatic progress in the
This is
PlayStation
bad.
generation has been with virtual reality. The PSVR
I'm having more
hardware
fun
is
reading the
audio.
chat.
It supports about 50 pretty decent
Honestly,
sound sources.
I'm having more fun
This provided a hint as to where we could go
reading the
with
chat
as
than
well as a
anything.
valuable experience. Not to oversimplify, but here were our goals for audio on PlayStation.
18,000 thumbs
The
down.
first goal was great audio for everyone, not just VR
18,000
users,
thumbs
smartphones,
down.
or headphone users.
Holy
Audio
moly,
had to be
what?
constant, it couldn't be a peripheral. The
What
second goal
is
was to
going
support hundreds of sound
on?
sources. We didn't want developers to have to pick and choose what sounds would get 3D effects and which wouldn't. We wanted every sound in the game to have dimensionality.
Kid don't apologize, Tony need to do stuff, but like, you keep out so goofy.
Presence and locality.
This
Now,
is
when we say
crazy.
presence, we mean the feeling that you're actually there. You've entered the matrix. It's
You
not, of
entered the
course, something we
matrix.
thought we could perfectly achieve, but the idea was
Here's
that
my
we stop
thing.
using this
Hear me
sound.
out. Y'all let me
Instead,
know if I'm
use
taking this
lots
too
of
far.
Audio sources for raindrops hitting the ground at all sorts of locations around you.
And yes, I am about to compare this with the Xbox. 'Cause I feel like when Xbox came out, First off, they came out with the hardware before they talked about what was in it. They talked about the design. They showed even a game out the blue. People went nuts. People went nuts. Okay. Then y'all start slowly rolling out information. 2 days ago, y'all threw everything on the table. Y'all brought YouTubers out, Digital Foundry, Austin, everybody. Like, y'all brought YouTubers out to break it down. People was on podcasts talking about it. Everything. Y'all showed demos of the loading time. Y'all showed demo of the retrace, the lightning. This is blowing me away of how they are doing this.
And you turn and you take it out. So, how do we know where a sound is coming from?
Y'all literally just gave, am I blowing this out of proportion? Y'all literally just gave us the blueprint to the PlayStation 5. Y'all have not showed nothing. Y'all have not. If you're not a tech kid or some tech kid, you don't know what this means. Kids are at home watching this, trying to figure out what the heck they're talking about. This is nuts. This is nuts.
Depending on the frequency of the sound.
Your own chat is turning against you. We're at 19,000 thumbs now. Your own chat. You have over 600,000 people in this room, and your own chat is dogging y'all. Why? This is a no-go.
The direction, front, back, left, right, and the color gives the degree of attenuation of the sound at that frequency. The HRTF is as unique to an individual as a fingerprint is. In fact, you're looking at mine right now. Here's how we measure an HRTF. We've taken hundreds of people through this process. We put a microphone in the subject's left and right ear canals.
I don't like disliking videos. If I don't like it, I just leave.
We then play an audio
because at the end of the day, people put in their hard work in making videos. Whether it's trash or not, whether it's useful or not useful, or resourceful, whatever the case might be of your video. Like, I don't like disliking videos, but good God, this is
process a sound source to make it
this is
one of those thousands
sheesh.
We sample. Unfortunately,
I ain't a disliker, but don't push me, because this is ridiculous.
There's multiple fast Fourier transforms needed for every sound source, for every audio tick. That's a lot of multiplies. This computational complexity was the determining factor for our strategy.
This is ridiculous.
Bite the bullet and design and build a custom hardware unit for 3D audio. Collectively, we're referring to the hardware unit and the proprietary.
I didn't come here for a lecture. He said I didn't come here for a lecture.
3D audio and technology should be pretty obvious here. As for Tempest, I feel it really reflects our goals.
My goodness.
It suggests a certain intensity of experience and also hints at your presence within it. We're calling the hardware unit that we built the Tempest engine. It's based on AMD's GPU technology. We modified a compute unit in such a way as to make it very close to the SPUs in PlayStation 3. Remember when I said that they were ideal for audio? So the Tempest engine has no caches.
If I play R6, if I play today R6, it would definitely be on console. I can't play on stream on PC, not till I'm learning. I have to learn the movements, everything on PC before I get out there and try.
Than our GPU thanks to the SPU-like architecture. The goal being,
but even today, I'm still trying to play Call of Duty, so
of the CU's vector units. Where we ended up is a unit with roughly the same SIMD power and bandwidth as all 8 Jaguar cores in the PlayStation 4 combined. If we were to use the same algorithms as PSVR, that's enough for something like 5,000 sound sources. But of course, we want to use more complex algorithms, and we don't need anything like that number of sounds. It would have been wonderful if a simpler strategy, such as using Dolby Atmos peripherals, could have achieved our goals, but we wanted 3D audio for all, not
I agree. I agree with you 100%. The audio definitely plays a big part in the gaming world, the experience. Like, seriously.
Finally, we wanted to be able to throw.
I just bought 2 new headsets because of the audio. One for the PlayStation and one for the Xbox.
inside.
I've always been big on
In fact,
audio.
with the Tempest engine, we've even got enough power that we can allocate some to the games, to the extent that games want to make use of.
That's why people go to
other
theaters to see
algorithms or
certain movies
microprocessors
because of the
expensive
audio
or
versus
need
at home,
wide bandwidth.
watching it on
The
TV.
primary purpose of the Tempest engine remains 3D audio. Now, 3D audio is a major academic research topic. It's safe to say that no one in the world has all of the answers. And the set of algorithms that
Good
have been
grief.
invented, tuned, or implemented to
All
reach
right,
our vision
a
of
minute
3D
went by.
audio
How many
is
thumbs down do
immense.
this have?
For example,
Place your bids. I'm gonna go with, we was at 18. I'm gonna go with 20. Place your bids. How many thumbs down this have?
Here as if it's coming
20.
from one of those 1,000 HRTF sample locations. But for high quality 3D game audio, we have to handle other possibilities. The sound source might not be at
100K.
locations, so we have to blend HRTF data from the closest locations that we have sampled. The sound source might
Who
be
wants to
moving,
play
which
rock,
means
paper, scissors?
very
I mean,
special
at this
that
point,
blend keeps changing, and that can cause
oh
phases
my
in
goodness.
the resulting audio. Or the sound source might have a size to it, meaning it should feel as if it's coming from an area
21.
rather than a single point. There's also whole categories.
This thing have 21 thumbs down.
But alternatively, ambisonics can be used for 3D audio. Ambisonics being somewhat like the spherical harmonics used in computer graphics. And finally, there's audio devices.
What is
The
going
player might be
on?
using headphones or TV speakers or have a
That this
higher-end
thing
surround
have
sound setup with
21
6 or more
thumbs
speakers,
down.
all of which need different approaches. That's a lot of variation.
21,000.
Computational resources.
Oh my goodness, man.
But it's clear that achieving our ultimate goals with 3D audio is going to be a multi-year, step-by-step process. Having said that, headphone audio implementation is largely complete at this time. It was a natural place for us to start. With headphones, we control exactly what each ear hears, and therefore the algorithmic development and implementation are more straightforward. For TV speakers and stereo speakers, we're in the
Xbox Game
process of
Pass just
integrating
now included
virtual
DLCs into
The
their
idea being
package.
that if you're
So if they
sitting
have a
in
game
front of the TV,
on Game
the
Pass,
sound
you
can
get the
be
DLC with it as well.
direction, even behind you.
That is what's up.
Virtual surround sound has a lot in common
That is
with
what's
audio
up.
on headphones, but
So any
more
game that's on Game Pass, you automatically get the
left ear
DLC
hears the
with it as well.
and vice versa. We have a basic implementation.
That's
of
about to
virtual surround
blow
sound.
up more than
We're
this.
now looking at increasing the size of that sweet spot, which is to say, making the area you need to be in to feel the 3D effect larger. And we're also working to boost the sense of locality.
I've been there for a long time, almost a year. They just announced it. Literally, they just announced. I think it was only for certain games.
What we can do to bring
It was only
virtual
for certain games with DLC that you get a discount price for buying the DLC. It wasn't for all of it. Man, thank
now
you.
to the point where some of the PlayStation
I'm with you with that emote. That emote right there.
One of the games
This is
allows you to
ridiculous.
toggle between
I'm sorry to be raging over this. I'm quite sure some of you guys might be in here trying to watch this, but this is ridiculous.
Over-the-ear
This
headphones.
is freaking.
Wow, I can
this-
feel a difference. 3D audio
goodness.
has a dimensional feel to it. Conventional stereo
My
audio
guy
feels
said, but who
snatched.
asks though? No one cares about audio. Who asks?
So, a big advancement, but have I
Nice
answered
job,
that?
Sony.
Does my brain believe I'm really there, like I was talking about earlier?
Oh my
Explaining
goodness.
Target of presence. Well, the answer is no, but you've probably caught on to what's missing here, namely whose HRTF was being used. It wasn't mine. It was the default HRTF. The audio team analyzed the hundreds that they measured and chose the one that
23,000
felt
thumbs
the
down.
closest fit to the total game-playing audience.
I think this is going to
This shows that
pass.
a piece of the default HRTF
You say 50 thumbs down by the end of this? I think we're going to get there.
Features are much the same, but the details are quite different.
No one here watching this key, trust
The
me.
default HRTF, as I said, the 3D audio sounds pretty great. When I
I'm only
use
here because
my
of you.
HRTF,
I would have
the
left
audio
so
reaches
fast.
a
No more.
higher level of level,
My
which
guy
is to
P
say
was saying he
that
only
when
here for me. I
headphones
appreciate the
combine
love,
HRTF,
fam. Thank you.
I occasionally get fooled and even think a sound
This is just
coming from the
nuts,
real
man.
world is
Like,
actually coming from the game. A corollary to this is that there are a few people whose HRTFs are
This is
sufficiently far from the
crazy.
default HRTF. That's the
this
red
is
dot, that
crazy.
they can
Like,
toggle
oh
between
my
PS4 style and
goodness.
PS5 style audio and not sense much difference. I've had a
This is
few
not the
people
type of
describe
reaction I
PlayStation
wanted to
5
go
3D
up on the
audio
channel.
sounding like
Trust
a bit
me.
better stereo audio, Presumably, they're the
But this
ones
is
at the very
freaking
edges
nuts.
of this diagram. Which means what HRTF
And I gotta applaud him. I gotta applaud him. He been up there smiling the whole time. It been almost an hour. He been up there smiling the whole time
of every
and happy. He holding it together.
That means HRTF selection and synthesis are going to be big topics going forward as the tempest of
Goodness.
technology matures. At PlayStation 5 launch, we'll be offering a choice of 5 HRTFs. There's a simple test where you pick the one that gives you the best locality. That's just the first step, though. This is an open
This is nuts.
research topic. Maybe you'll be sending us a photo of your ear, and we'll choose a neural network to pick the HRTF.
He silly wolf.
Maybe you'll be sending us a video of your ears.
Wait till his
And
Twitter
we'll
explodes.
make a
Oh my
3D
goodness,
model to
man.
synthesize the HRTF.
I'm gonna pull up the
Maybe
tweets
you'll
after
play an
this.
audio game to tune your HRTF. We'll be subtly changing it as you play and home in on the HRTF.
That'd
gives
also
you
be
the
funny. They
highest
drop a
quality
whole
and
console
better
controller reveal date as well.
This is a journey we'll all be taking together over the next few years. Ultimately,
We are here for you, Only Key, man. I appreciate
everyone
that. Thank you guys for the love and support y'all been showing me, for real.
Hopefully, I've been able to illustrate a bit about our design and decision-making process today and why PlayStation 5 has the feature set that it does.
Can we get
Now
something?
comes the fun part. We get to see how the development community takes advantage of that feature set.
Thank you.
I'm hoping for the completely unexpected. Will it come from audio, ray tracing, the capabilities of the SSD, or something
Showy.
else? I guess we'll find out soon enough. Thank you for your time today.
Are you kidding me? Are you flipping kidding me? Are y'all? Are... What? Oh, wow. That was. Wow. Look at the chat. Wow. Trash. F. Clickbait. Xbox One. Z's. This is a joke. Why was this so serious? I'm getting an Xbox. Somebody was like, I'm getting an Xbox. Wow. Sony is messing up. Somebody said Sony is messing up. Wow, this like it. Holy moly. Oh my goodness. You guys. You guys, talk to me. Talk to me. Because this was this was my guy iPod King Carter said PlayStation 5 taking an L. Oh my freaking goodness. I cannot believe this. Somebody just dropped this for the PlayStation 5. Officially looking at this. This presentation could have been put out in a fastly ordered in a tweet. Somebody could have tweeted this. Somebody could have gave this an exclusive to IGN, One Up, somebody. I can't believe y'all, Sony. And then this is it. Like, wow. And then people were definitely about to be pissed off because although y'all went a different route. What? Because y'all went a different route. Y'all are actually less powerful than the Xbox, but I get why they did it. I get why they did it. But still, this is bad. Somebody said I'm too dumb to know any of this. Really? How can they tell us so much and have left me feeling empty? Fire that guy. This is crazy. Yep, PS5 have better SSD though. I mean, that's it. It's they focusing on the SSD. Don't get me wrong. That's good because people do want less load time, but that is bad. That is bad. That is horrible because man. Won't buy PS5 because apparently just for smart people. Yo, you need to, yo, I'm about to follow this man. He said won't buy PS5 because it apparently just for smart people. Go to field page. I am in a minute. My guy said the PS5 conference was amazing. I really needed to sleep. Oh my goodness. The PS5 will not have any PS1, 2, PS3 backwards compatible, and only PS4 100 PS4 games will work at launch. What I tell y'all, this dude said, "Thank you, sir. Now I can build a PS5 myself." I'm sorry, y'all. We need some type of enjoyment and entertainment out of this. I guess I gotta put the wrong back in this box. Yo, please. This is ridiculous, man. This is ridiculous. My guy right here. He showing pictures of all three slides show that his thing is what? I'm sorry. I'm sorry. This is entertaining to me. This is entertainment to me, yo. I got tears in my eyes. I have tears in my eyes reading these, dude. Oh man. Deadass watched the PS5 live stream for an hour and not a single console was shown. What is going on? What is going on? Look, now come the fun part. Oh, Jesus Christ. What? Okay, you guys. Let's hear it. Let's hear it. What do you guys think of the future of PlayStation? First off, let's be honest. First off, I was hoping my guy said 5 minutes into the PlayStation live stream, I was hoping boring is downhill. These memes are funny. Okay, let me just stop. Look, hey, if I wasn't live streaming, For real. Oh my gosh, I know some of these words. Yo, I know some of these words from Good Burger. Okay, so look. Oh my goodness. I still plan on getting it, but they're going down the wrong path. I agree 100%. I still have high hopes. I still will purchase the system. Because PlayStation has some strong names out there as far as games. So at the end of the day, yes, this is coming home. This is coming home. But with that being said, this, I mean, oh my goodness. Me being on a toilet for an hour was more exciting than this. Like, this is ridiculous. I'm like, oh boy, you just taught us how to build a PlayStation 5. I'm still buying it. Like, there's no doubt about it. I'm still planning on picking it up day one. Hands down. I'm still planning on picking it up day one. But this is freaking ridiculous. Like, y'all, the way y'all approaching this, y'all, it kind of, Soldier Boy taking over the video game industry, PlayStation's whole news. Yo, I'm telling you. Here's the thing. I remember watching basketball last year, and I remember watching Golden State play against Toronto, right? And I remember before the game started, Steph Curry did an interview, and he was like, Toronto, they over there celebrating like they already won the championship. They still have to play us. And it's like the cockiness came out. Like, this is Toronto. We about to beat them. This is an easy win. This is Toronto, easy dub. Golden State fans, oh, we get this. We about to win this. The rest is history. Golden State lost. They got frustrated. The series. I feel like this is what PlayStation doing. PlayStation have all rights to be cocky and confident, but you shouldn't be displaying it like that. Y'all need to come out swinging, because Xbox have put way too much money into buying systems, to buying studios, to make games. Their number one focus is games. They have said that their number one focus is power. They will not be outpowered. They have backwards compatibility throughout the entire library. Just about any game you buy on the Xbox One, if the developers allow it, any game you purchase on the Xbox One, you would get a free upgrade for the Xbox Series X version. With the smart delivery, with the reload, they show demonstration. I mean, it's like, PlayStation, what are y'all doing here? What are y'all doing here? That's where I'm at. What is y'all intentions here? Because that was not it. Y'all don't get cocky. Although Phil Spencer did go and say that disappointment, it's a huge disappointment, and y'all should not have. No, y'all should have not done that. Y'all had over 600,000 people on YouTube alone. That still had nothing to do with Twitch. That still have nothing to do with the PlayStation vlogs and other websites. Y'all had over 600,000 people alone on YouTube watching this. Y'all had millions watching this. I'm looking forward to the Xbox more, and that's what it's coming down to. Like I said, I'm buying both because I'm a huge gamer, but this is ridiculous. This is ridiculous. That was completely a no-no. That was completely a no-no. I'm sorry. And now y'all about to pay for it, because Twitter don't hold back. Twitter don't hold back. Look, Twitter don't hold back. This is about to be my new screensaver, right? I can read these all day and laugh. I can read these all day and laugh. Sony was going to deep dive into the specs of PS5. Okay, cool. I'm hyped. Sony, so their GPS had 10.2 Tera. I'm sorry, series. I'm sorry. Google. I'm sorry. This is ridiculous. I don't even know what to say here. Look, thank you to PS5. Y'all see what he wrote in there? Oh my goodness. Bro, you out here with ads now? I didn't even know I had an ad playing. It must have set it for automatically on there. Twitter ain't playing right now. Yo, I'm telling you, man. I could continue on this stream for hours just reading this stuff. This is ridiculous, man. Does anyone know what the heck the PS5 has besides the ear picture, the 3D audio? I would like the backwards compatibility. This is ridiculous. The PS5 for nerds. Turn to stay undefeated. Yo, this is crazy. Oh my goodness. This man is wanted AC for the PS5. This is nuts. Yo. I'm sorry, you guys. I don't even know. Oh my goodness. Okay. I literally have tears in my eyes. We can't make the stream about this. We gotta find some good in this. Okay. PS5 has an SSD. What I get from the PS5 live stream? This person said, "Welcome to the PS5." I'm dead, bro. I can't take this. Hey, the PS5 has no games right now. But at least when I buy one, no. He said, wait. Hey, the PS5 may not have any games right now, but at least when I buy one, the whole theme audio is gonna slap. Oh my. I can't. Oh my goodness, yo. I got tears in my eyes. Oh. I got tears in my eyes. Oh my goodness. I can't keep reading these. I can't keep reading these memes. I can't, yo. I can't. I gotta stop, y'all. I gotta stop. I gotta stop, man. There you go, right there. Right there. Sony, what was that? I can't even. This could have been an email. Oh my goodness. I really do have tears coming down my eyes right now. Hey, stop it. Oh man. Holy crap. Okay. Whew. If that wasn't a way to end the stream, oh man, that deserves a like, my dude. That deserves a like. I can't read these, man. I can't. Oh my goodness. I just don't understand what's going on here. Somebody took it down. I just don't understand what's going on. Okay, you guys. I'm sorry. I'm sorry for it. First off, you said it's over for real? Yo, hold up. 53,000 dislikes. Holy crap. That is unreal. Hey, no, come on. Oh my goodness. I could have put a camera on my son and that would have been more entertaining. Come on. Come on, go get mommy. Go get mommy. Okay, so I don't even know, man. Like, I really just don't know. I never seen Sony have this many dislikes. I never seen so many people dog Sony right now. Like, this is nuts. This is nuts. Hey, stop pushing my green screen down. Can you take him in the room, please? I did. Thank you. No, not yet. Okay, you guys. Again, I do have to apologize for that because I thought we was gonna get more excitement out of it. Now, I enjoyed myself off of laughing. I have enjoyed myself. I mean, I think right now Sony needs to come back stronger than ever. I'm back. What I missed, you missed. You did not miss nothing. We didn't see the PlayStation. What did I miss? Y'all did not miss nothing. I think the biggest disappointment out of this, like, who cares that the PlayStation is less powerful than the Xbox? Honestly, when it comes out to the graphics and everything, that will play a difference. But that's years to come. That's years to come. Honestly, that's about 2 years down the line, and by then they would have came out with a newer version of the PlayStation 5, PlayStation 5 Pro, or whatever. Nobody cares about that. The biggest takeaway here is the fact that y'all didn't show nothing. Y'all showed us how to build a PlayStation 5, and that's it. That's what y'all showed us, how to build a PlayStation 5.
Unfortunately, we had to cancel the.
Y'all showed us how to build a PlayStation 5. And that's my biggest disappointment. Y'all show absolutely nothing. The information y'all gave out was pointless. It could have been an email. It could have been an exclusive to one of these gaming websites or a YouTuber or a content creator or whatever. I think right now, I feel like they're in a panic. I feel like they're in a panic. Although Xbox did say they're not going after PlayStation, they're more focused on the cloud streaming, which is Google and Amazon. But PlayStation, man, y'all got to do something. Y'all going wrong by this. I mean, seriously, y'all going wrong by this. Y'all need to do something. I mean, good God. Good God. I just don't know. Well, everyone would use this point as an argument, even though gamers should come together as one instead of fighting. They would say Xbox is better, and that's it. I'm a huge gamer. Right now in my house, I have, y'all know, I have the 3 Xbox. I have a Nintendo Switch. I had 2 PlayStation 4s, a Pro, and I just bought a Slim. The Pro was going to be on my desk, and the Slim was going to be in my kids' room, but I just took it back because it kept losing connection with the Wi-Fi and the controllers. So I literally just took my PS4 Slim back to the store like 2 days ago. And but I mean, I have all consoles. I have a gaming PC, Nintendo Switch. I have always had consoles. The problem here is, I mean, I buy them because of the games. I don't care about power. I don't. If power makes a difference, I'll be on the PC playing games. Let's be real. I care about I care about the games, but they show absolutely nothing. They showed the blueprint of the PlayStation 5. They showed the processor, the teraflop, they mentioned the SSD, and what they're pretty much trying to do is get rid of load time altogether, and a new technology they're trying to use to get rid of load time. And they show absolutely nothing. We know nothing about the control, nothing about the PlayStation as far as how it looks, the games. They say it will be backwards compatible with 100 PS4 games, and that's it. So you can't play PS3 or 2 or 1 games on there. They're really focusing on the audio of the game, but for the most part, nah. They show nothing. All I want to know is how much these 2 consoles are going to cost. I think now after watching this, I think Xbox is going to be in trouble at some point. Although Xbox do have the 2 consoles coming out, the big one and the smaller one, but looking at PlayStation and the power they have, I think the PlayStation 5 will be more competing with the Xbox Lockhart, the lower end, because the PlayStation 5 technology as of now is not messing with the Xbox Series X technology. With that being said, I could see the PlayStation easily still being $400, $450. I can see them taking a loss on the console and making it up with their exclusive games. 500 is a stretch. I can't see it being 500. If so, then PlayStation will be in trouble, because that means Xbox more powerful system will probably be 500. I hate when people compare the PC to console. It's like comparing a $3,000 Lamborghini to a $40,000 Nissan. They both drive, but only go so far, only go so faster, and that's because obviously it's the more expensive, and not everyone can afford $1,300 PC. I agree 200%. It's not even about the power for the PC, because for me, I'm not a PC gamer. I'm trying out new games. I'm trying to learn, but I always been a console player. I have an expensive computer because I do editing on there and my streaming. I need to make sure my streaming is good. I need to make sure my computer can perform everything, my dual monitors and the software that's running. That's why I have an expensive. It is considered a gaming PC, but it's still, I'm not using it for. I prefer consoles. When y'all see me on the stream, I'm streaming, my Xbox or PlayStation. So I'm not even worried about that. But I find it interesting. I think PlayStation might be in trouble with the price point. Do that make sense? Y'all can't have a PlayStation that's less powerful than your competition and the same price as that. And then your competition also have a lower console. Like that's not good. Just like right now, the Xbox One X is on sale for $200. They dropped it down for $200. So that means the newer ones, like, come on now, that's ridiculous. This is a horrible presentation. I agree. Like y'all did absolutely nothing but make fun of yourselves. Twitter is about to destroy y'all the remainder of the day. I would not be amazed if I see this trending. Y'all have over 50,000 thumbs down, probably more. Let's refresh this.
Hi. Unfortunately,
Y'all have 50. So y'all have almost 60,000 thumbs down.
But we do have
PlayStation. What are y'all doing? What's poppin', fam? Man, I can't believe this. This was PlayStation gonna sell because of the name, but PlayStation, they gotta do something, man. They gotta do something. We already said we're gonna buy regardless of, but they this is a rocky start here. This is a rocky start. This is a rocky start. That's all I can say. That was bad. That was bad. Here it is right here. Somebody put up. What happened? They show absolutely nothing. We've been watching this stream for an hour and he literally gave us the blueprint to how to build a PlayStation 5. And the PlayStation 5 is less powerful than the Xbox. A nice amount of less powerful. They're backwards compatible only to 100 PlayStation 4 games, so they're not all way backwards compatible, which some people are not gonna like that as well. I mean, it's crazy. It's crazy. Here's the specs right here. I agree. The price and exclusive, that's what I'm saying. Like the price and exclusives could save them, but that's a double-edged sword. Think about it. Think about it right now. PlayStation 5 come out for $500, right? $500. Your competitor come out with the same, with they most powerful system for $500. Both y'all price point for $500, right? Here's the thing. PlayStation is going to sell because it's PlayStation. They're going to sell more than the Xbox. And Xbox knows this. Xbox knows they're going to be outsold by the PlayStation 5. The problem is that I can get a new console slightly less powerful or the same amount of powerful as the PlayStation 5 for a cheaper price. That's going to be the problem. So the Xbox Lockhart, you telling me I have the Lockhart that's the same specs as the PlayStation 5, but only coming out for $300? That would be the problem. I could get a brand new console, brand new next gen, $200 cheaper. because I don't as of now I don't have a 4K TV. As of now, I don't have 8K TV. So I could still get next gen for $300. That's gonna be the problem. Now, people like us that do have the 4K TVs, the 4K monitors and everything, they're gonna want the higher end stuff, of course. I'm going for the higher end. But for the people that don't care about that, for the parents that go out there and buy these systems for their kids, because their kids don't have 4K TV, some of the parents probably don't even care about that. Some of these 9 and 10-year-olds, 14-year-olds don't care about the 4K. They just care about the next gen. That will be the problem right there. That's going to be the issue where PlayStation going to be in trouble. Do that make sense? PlayStation 5 just a PlayStation 4 with the SSD. Cloud, pretty much. That's pretty much what it is. There'll be gaming server as cloud will have PlayStation's user. They will have one. See, that's what I'm saying. I'm a PC gamer, but if the Xbox comes out $500 with the specs they should, I will happily get it because thank you. Because the tech not even in the PC. And that's what they were saying yesterday when these YouTubers went out and actually broke down the PlayStation and everything. I mean, the Xbox, that's what they're saying. Like, the Xbox is killing some of the gaming PCs out here. Like, that's the problem. And that goes back to what I'm saying. Do you spend $1,200 on the gaming PC, or do you just get an Xbox that have Game Pass, that have every game from the Xbox One, the Xbox 360, and almost the original Xbox backwards compatible? Like, come on now. Like, for real. PC gamer as well, and I'll get an X. See, that's what I'm saying. You're awesome, bro. I appreciate that, man. Thank you so much. I don't know, man. I mean, like I said, I know I'm not the biggest tech head out here. I'm not trying to be, the biggest tech news out here or whatnot, but I'm a gamer. I am just like you guys. I'm a gamer. I want to play my games. I want my games to look good. I want my games to run fast. I want my games I want my games, period. This is crazy, man. Like, not to mention the Xbox game. That's what I'm saying. Like, Xbox Game Pass just dropped the news doing this. Talking about now all the DLCs are included in the Game Pass. Before, the DLCs was only a discount price for Game Pass users. Now it's all including. So now I could download a game and I could get the full game plus the DLC. That is nuts. That is nuts. And the prices for this Game Pass is unreal. I just paid my Game Pass for 3 months for $45. Like, come on now. Actually, no, I paid $25 for 3 months. I'm sorry. It's $25 for 3 months with my Game Pass. So I got my Game Pass, I got my Xbox Live. Like, come on now, PlayStation. Y'all got to do something. I'll see you stand up to my $26 fee. I mean, you know what? Of course it won't. Of course it won't. But the problem is, don't everybody have a $2,600 PC? Like, that's the problem. And I think it will compete with a lot of gaming PCs, even just to the graphics card. I have a 1080 graphics card, and this Xbox is shit. You know what I'm saying? Seriously. But that's what we have. That's what it is. That's what it is. So all we can do is just wait and see what they do. That's all. We're not gonna dismiss them just yet. We just have to wait and see what they're gonna do. Point blank. But I do think it will compete. Hey, babe. Hey, drink. No, come here. What's wrong? Sorry about that, you guys. My little one's running around here raving. Sorry about that. Nah, the missus have them. I'm about to get off anyway. I'm about to jump off anyway. The wife have him. He is upset because he can't pour water on something. Anyway, I spent too much money on a guy like mine. See, that's what I'm saying. Like, it's gonna do good. But I'm out of here. I thank you guys for coming to kick it with me. Thank you again. Until the next live stream. Maybe I'll just start live streaming on here so I can kick with you guys more. Because I do miss y'all. Much love. Thank you for the donos, the super chats. I don't know if we got any new subs. I don't know if people liked or disliked the videos, but just the fact that y'all came through and kicked it with me, man, means a lot. So appreciate it. Good honest reaction. Hey, thank you. Much love to y'all, man. Like I said, I'll probably jump back on the stream later on, play some games. I don't know. But y'all have a great day. Wash y'all hands. I'll holler at y'all.